He called her Barren. He said it in rooms full of people. He let them repeat it. But here is what he never told anyone. He never once took the test himself. Gabriel Mensah had everything a man could dream of. A multi-billionaire, an empire builder, a name that opened doors before he even knocked. But at night, in that penthouse with that view, he sat alone. And the one thing all his money could not buy him was an heir. So he found Serena. She was 28 years old, beautiful in a way that didn't try. A woman full of life, full of laughter, full of peace. They got married. And the pressure began immediately because Gabriel was clear he wanted children. He needed a legacy. They tried and tried and tried. Almost a year passed. Nothing. So Serena went to the specialist, the most expensive one Gabriel's money could find. And the doctor looked at her results and said, "Mrs. Mensah, you are perfectly healthy. We just need your husband to come in as well." She drove home, rehearsing how she would say it. "Gabriel, the doctor needs you to come in. Just one appointment for both of us." "There is nothing wrong with me." His voice was flat, final. "I have never had a problem in my life. I am not the problem." And there it was, not logic, not strength, just fear dressed up as pride. When a proud man cannot face his own truth, he hands the weight to someone else. Gabriel started pulling away. Then came the long trips. Then came the other women. Then came the words he said when she wasn't in the room. "My wife is barren." And people repeated it, because that is what people do with a story that sounds simple. Serena heard it eventually. She confronted him. She said, "If I am the problem, then prove it. Take the test and prove it." He said nothing. That silence was the loudest thing he ever said to her. She didn't leave in anger. She left on a quiet Tuesday morning. 2 bags, her wedding ring on the counter, and a note that said, "I hope you find the courage to find your answer. I genuinely do." He called once. She didn't answer. He didn't call again, because calling again would mean admitting he was afraid. Then came the next woman. Healthy results. Nothing, then another healthy results. Nothing, different women, same silence, same empty house. Until his oldest friend looked him in the eye and said, "Stop doing this to women, Gabriel. Stop doing it to yourself. Go find out." And for the first time in 4 years, Gabriel Mensah had nothing to say. He went alone. No driver. No assistant. He took a taxi to a clinic far from the city where no one would recognize him. And 2 days later the doctor said, "Mr. Mensah, your sperm count is significantly below the threshold for natural conception. This is not your fault, but natural conception was never going to happen without medical help." Gabriel sat very still. Then he asked one question: "How long?" The doctor said, "It is hard to say. Possibly years." And Gabriel Mensah, who had never lost a negotiation, who had stared down 40 hostile shareholders without blinking, put his face in his hands and wept. Not for the diagnosis, for Serena. While Gabriel was finally sitting with his truth, Serena had already rebuilt her life. She went home. She healed. She met a good, quiet, steady man who listened when she spoke. They married small. Garden roses, 40 people. And 14 months later, Serena held her daughter. Then came a son. Her home was full of the life she had always deserved. Gabriel saw the birth announcement online. He stared at it for a long time, and he finally understood. The cost of his pride was not paid by him. It was paid by her. Here is what nobody tells men. Infertility is not a woman's problem. It is not a weakness. It is not a verdict on your strength. Nearly half of all fertility struggles come from the man's side. Half. And yet women carry the blame. Women carry the shame. Women carry the whispers, while men carry their pride into a story they could have changed with one single appointment. If you are struggling to conceive, go together. Test together. Face it together. Because the truth belongs to both of you, and so does the healing. This story is for every woman who was blamed for a silence she did not create, and for every man brave enough to finally break his own. If this spoke to you, please share it. Someone in your life needs to hear this today.